Hello, clever people, and welcome to my review for Escape Room. So Escape Room is the first movie of 2019. It is the first horror movie that comes out at the beginning of a year. This has happened for year after year after year. In 2018, it was Insidious: The Last Key. In 2017, I forgot what it was in 2017, but in 2016 it was The Forest, I believe. Basically just every single year at the beginning of the year, you have a movie that is a horror movie that is typically terrible. So I was not excited for Escape Room based off of that, and the premise alone is also pretty stupid. It follows a group of 6 people that all have something similar connecting them, and they're all invited to come to Minos Escape Rooms, which is the most immersive escape room ever. And what they learn after their first, near escape out of the first escape room is that what's happening is real, and that the situations that they're put in are real, so they have to try to fight for their lives against the rooms. So Escape Room was not really a movie I was looking forward to. I put it at number 7 on my least anticipated movies of 2019. I was really down on this movie, and it turned out being better than I expected, but still not great. Escape Room is a very interesting horror movie. It's from the director of Insidious: The Last Key, which was the first movie in January to be a horror movie, which was back in 2018. And I thought that this was definitely a step up from that work. This movie was a lot better than that one, but it still wasn't great. I think Escape Room, for the first 3 rooms in this movie, and for a little bit before then, it's actually pretty good. The first room is kind of like this fiery area, the second room is the snowy area, and the third room is a kind of pool-like area. And I liked all 3 of those settings. And the way that they used those settings was actually very interesting. And I really liked the way that they did that. And I thought that all of that was very entertaining. It was well shot, it was well done. The performances weren't great, but that was the only real problem for the first about hour or so of this movie. But the last, I think, 30 minutes or so is really where Escape Room starts to fall apart. And by really, I mean really. When they get to the 4th room, they immediately just dump out a bunch of exposition, and then they do some pretty dumb things. And after they're like, once they escape from the 4th room, so including the escape from the 4th room and onward, it gets laughably bad. It gets so horrible. And that was really disappointing, because up until then, I enjoyed it a lot. I thought that the sets looked really cool, and I thought that what the director came up with for this movie was really cool, and the different ways that he had the clues go on, I thought that was cool. But then the movie starts to become a little smarter than it actually is, and when it does that, it really loses its footing. I think the best way to do this movie is just to have it be the same thing for the first 3 rooms, just have that go on for a while. And this movie does continue with more and more rooms, but it does so in a weirder and weirder way, and I can't really get into spoilers, but it just gets really dumb. And the ending of this movie is the most cliffhanger, desperate for a sequel ending I have ever seen. It literally felt like we were in the middle of the movie when they just decided to stop it, and they literally set up everything for the second movie. They set up every single thing, and then they just cut straight to the credits, and that was also a disaster. And I'm sure that this movie, the sequel to it, I'm sure it'll make enough money opening weekend, and I'm sure the sequel will be the first movie in January for 2020 or 2021, but I'm not looking forward to it coming out then. Escape Room, for a while, was doing really well, and it was really good for a while, besides some just really bad performances. But by the time they entered the 4th room, bad exposition, and then it slowly just got laughably bad, and then by the end of the movie, I was just done with it. I will give Escape Room a 3.75 out of 10. Alright, that concludes my review for Escape Room. So, what are your thoughts on this film, or what is your favorite January horror movie? Comment in the comment section below, and let me know. I'm Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.